Welcome to On Reflection from Do Good by Doing Better. I'm your host, Eric Duell. In today's episode, we explore navigating the crossroads of complexity and uncertainty. It's something we all face, and it can be especially daunting in today's rapidly changing world. Inspired by my Friday morning reflection, number 16. Sometimes, moving forward feels less like a clear path and more like navigating a winding road filled with unexpected twists. But let's be real. There are times when we simply don't have all the answers, and at that moment, the most honest thing we can say is, I don't know. But saying I don't know is just the beginning of the journey. We must follow it immediately with I'll find out. This is the mindset shift that keeps us from getting stuck in the ditch when we veer off the road. We dive deeper, we ask questions that challenge the surface level assumptions, and we open ourselves to perspectives that we might have overlooked. It's in these moments of wrestling with uncertainty that we can discover new ways of seeing the world and the underlying order of things. Think about those times when you've encountered a dead end or a shocking surprise. Maybe the heuristics-based intuitive system that we often rely on to understand our world, maybe it led you astray. Or perhaps you were navigating through a self-curated context of suspended disbelief, a reality distortion field that caused you to overlook crucial details or ignore warning signs. Engaged, intentional introspection and critical thinking become absolutely essential in these moments, the ones where we have to wrestle with uncertainty, grapple with complex behaviors, and navigate those in-between spaces where answers aren't always clear. We can do a lot of good with data, especially with the pattern recognition capabilities of AI. However, we must also put ourselves into the wild, observing firsthand and gathering data through lived experience. The best analysts and strategists spend time on the ground, in the store, on the front line, and in the trenches, because data only solves part of the equation. I created a term to describe learning and generating insights in this integrated way. I call it kinesthetic analysis, connecting data with our senses and sensibility to generate rich insights that help us to truly understand and empathize. For example, seeing how customers interact with a product in a store reveals nuances that sales data alone could never capture. It's about seeing through others' eyes and walking in their shoes to connect the dots. Kinesthetic analysis enmeshes intellectual understanding with physicality, and through it we gain the ability to viscerally understand and appreciate what's represented by our data. When we engage the pursuit of knowledge in this way, the actions we need to take in a given circumstance often become intuitive. This intuition is strengthened by repeated exposure and experience, and we start to recognize patterns over time, learn from past successes and mistakes, and gradually develop a deeper understanding of what works and what doesn't. This internalization is essential because in the end we must decide what to do. We choose for or against a policy or course of action, or sometimes we choose no action, ceding our agency to affect the outcome. And those choices, they affect real people, you and me, and often countless others. Through kinesthetic analysis, we can develop knowledge into muscles that power behavior, all working in concert to build the wisdom to avoid future pitfalls. And while we can dig ourselves out of a pit or backtrack from a dead end, doing so wastes time and resources, and the consequences of a wrong turn can be life-altering. So, how do we take this idea and apply it to navigate uncertain situations and unmapped landscapes? I believe the answer lies in responsibly embracing both the complexity and the uncertainty with a sense of intention. First, we can start by building connections. When we engage others in diverse perspectives, we create a richer understanding of the problem at hand, and we increase our chances of finding innovative solutions. It's through collaboration, empathy, and collective effort that we can truly make progress. And we must recognize the impact of our actions, be mindful of unintended consequences, and most importantly, take ownership of the outcomes. We can prioritize and simplify. We often get bogged down in details and lose sight of the bigger picture. By identifying the most important things and focusing on those, we can cut through the noise and make progress. When we encounter barriers, we should ask, what would have to be true to achieve a desired outcome? This reframing can help us identify the necessary conditions for success and develop strategies to create those conditions. We can promote experimentation and embrace the fail-fast methodology. This means trying things out, learning from failures, and adapting and iterating quickly. Generative AI can help us meet the moment too. It's a powerful tool to help us find patterns, puzzle through problems, and gather and reapply knowledge. We can explore ways that generative AI can help us do our jobs better. By automating tasks and providing insights, AI can free up our time and mental energy to focus on higher-level thinking, problem-solving, and creative activity. However, we must guard against the temptation to rely too heavily on AI. It can't do our thinking for us, so we need to broadly develop and promote critical thinking skills and ethics to guide us in the AI world. And let's not forget the importance of self-reflection. Taking the time to pause, step back, and evaluate where we are allows us to course correct as needed. Reflection is not just about looking back, but also about gaining insight for moving forward. It's about asking ourselves, what have I learned, and how can I apply this in the future? It's this reflective practice that helps us grow as individuals and as leaders, equipping us to face whatever challenges lie ahead. Let's embrace the questions. Let's wrestle with the uncertainty. Let's use AI to help us navigate the complexity and empathy built through lived experience to make wise choices. Let's take ownership of our actions and remember that even small steps, when taken consistently, can lead to significant change. In time, through our intentionality and connections with others, the answers will often reveal themselves, the path will become clear, and it will be worth the effort. I'm Eric Duell. Thank you for joining me for On Reflection. If today's conversation resonated with you, don't forget to sign up for future episodes at dogoodbydoingbetter.com. And consider upgrading to a paid subscription because your support funds new episodes and helps me to expand my work. And I hope you'll share this episode with someone you think might appreciate a deeper look into navigating complexity and uncertainty in today's world. Talk to you again soon. And remember to think big, start small, act now, and to measure results to up your impact one thoughtful act at a time. A production of Elucidate Media, crafted with love for you in Philadelphia.